Hi guys, Lazarus Michaelides here. Hope you're well and I hope you enjoyed last week's lesson. Today I'm going to cover major scale intervals, which is playing the major scale in leaps of thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths and sevenths. And what this basically is, playing scales in patterns and sequences is a really important part of practice. Not only is it a good workout for both hands, it strengthens your technique and improves your stamina, but more importantly, it will develop your musical vocabulary. And instead of practicing scales only ascending and descending, we can repackage these and learn them as intervals, which will provide a musical alternative, which I think is a really essential skill in improvising. So what I've given you guys is the major scale intervals for the thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths and sevenths. You see I've given you the notation and the tablature. Whilst I much prefer that you sort of sight read it, the tablature is good to figure out the hand positioning. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to play through the thirds and the fifths. First of all, just so it saves a bit of time, not make this video too long, you can do the fourth, sixth and sevenths on your own as practice, or developing this technique more. But the reason I've chosen to show you the thirds and the fifths is because this fits in with what we were doing last week with the triads, because obviously constructing triads requires a root, a third and a fifth. So this technique and exercise, it's actually very similar to the lesson we did last week. Do you remember last week we took each degree of the major scale and created a chord on top of it using only notes we had of that major scale? Well, this is pretty much the same, but instead of doing it to find out which harmony works over which degree of the scale, we're doing this as a good practice technique, a good exercise for your hands, a good workout, and just to get your knowledge of the major scale even better. So as you can see, it follows the exact same pattern as last week. We determined that when we harmonised each degree of the major scale in order, we had major, minor, minor, major, major, minor and diminished. Well, as you can see here, the intervals from the root, C, is a major third, then followed by a minor third, another minor third, major third, minor third. And although we called the chord last week diminished because it had a flat 5, the third interval was still a minor third, as you can see there. So here's how the major scale intervals in thirds sound in C major. So now I'm going to demonstrate to you the major scale intervals in fifths, and like I showed you the thirds in relation to last week's exercise, I'm going to talk about the fifths. If you remember from last week where we harmonised the major scale, every triad we constructed had a perfect fifth except the 7th degree, which was the diminished chord, but that had a flat 5, as you can see there. So just like last week, the degrees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 of the scale all have perfect fifths, except the 7th degree, which was the diminished chord, has a flat 5 interval. So this is major scale intervals in fifths in C. So thanks for watching guys, hope you found this lesson useful. So now go away and learn these intervals, so you learn the thirds, the fourths, the fifths, the sixths and the sevenths, and stick a backing track on, create a solo using it. Create 5 solos, one using just thirds, one using fourths, fifths, sixths and sevenths. Get another backing track and maybe make a groove, again 5 different grooves just using thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths and sevenths. and start incorporating it into your solos, into your grooves, into your bass lines, and pick out maybe there's particular intervals you like. After if you play through all of them and learn them, maybe you'll find different degrees that you like, and you can create a whole different bass line based on that. This does help, create bass lines, create solos, but on top of that, it's good. It's a good workout for your hands. It's good stamina. It's good to know your major scale inside out, and it's just a good piece of knowledge to have. Not only when it comes to major scales, but just to learn in other scales as well. But we'll come to that soon. If you need to contact me, guys, or want to request a topic for next week's lesson, or have any questions regarding this week's lessons or any past lessons, then please contact me. My Facebook and my details are all on the second picture at the start and the last picture at the end. So have a good week, guys, and see you soon.